what is it called that I've got to get through the government that says that I can do? Is it about clearance at that
clearance?
Point?
No clearance. Yeah. We just need expertise.
Okay.
Whenever you go to college and you earn your degree, we need that expertise. And I suggest for students to intern in the maritime field, because if you intern, that will give you an opportunity to see,
This is Blair Durham with Black Wall Street Today, your media hub for all things Black business and related news, strategy, and events.
Welcome to this edition of Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham. We are your media hub for all things business, research and analytics, networking, and development. Black Wall Street Today is a function of Black Brand, your regional Black Chamber of Commerce. I invite you, as always, to visit our website, blackbrand.biz, where you can get more information about opportunities, whether it's classes, cohorts, conferences, to amplify your business development, personal development, professional development goals. So you're in for a treat today. We are joined by none other than Dr. Latitia McCane. She is the founder and CEO of Dennis Workforce Solutions, and she heads up the Apprentice School for Newport News Shipbuilding. We're going to talk about a number of opportunities that are coming online. She's been in workforce development for over 25 years. She started her career as a chemist and worked for several large chemical manufacturing companies before moving to higher education. Dr. McCane spent 23 years in Alabama's community college system and became a leader very early in her career that led to building both programs and people. I love programs. Can't wait to share. She currently leads, as I mentioned, the Apprentice School, and she's the first woman as well as the first Black to actually lead the school. Dennis Workforce Solutions is her new entity, and we'll talk more about the work that she's doing in that space as well. Welcome. So excited to have you. How are you?
I am glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. Where are my words? Thank you so much, rather. Let's jump right into the conversation about the Apprentice School. I understand that you really revolutionized the way in which programs are delivered there through your innovation. So let's talk about it.
So when I arrived at the Apprentice School, it's been around for 106 years. So I arrived in year 99. And so to go into the centennial year with a new leader was different. There were several things that I realized pretty quickly. And number one was that we really needed to become our own degree-granting institution. Although we were big in the apprenticeship space, but 60% of our students wanted to go on into management. And so one of the things we realized, to be in management, you needed an associate's degree.
Sure.
And so many of them, they were finishing the school, and it's a very rigorous program, but they were not leaving with an associate's degree, nor did they want to go and continue their education, because, of course, that takes time, money.
So let me make sure I understand. So prior to that time, they were coming out with just a
certification
in their respective trade. Got it.
Absolutely.
So you said, let's see what else we can do in this space.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. That's interesting.
And so went through the process. Now we are a degree-granting institution, thanks to SCHEV, State Council of Higher Education in Virginia. And then we are also accredited by the Council on Occupational Education.
Awesome.
So, and then we also realized that this is the age of stackable credentials. People want to know if you have employability skills that can translate into employment. So it's like, well, wait a minute, we don't have any certifications. We don't have any stackable credentials. And so I put in a maritime certification before I went to the associate's degree. So now students can earn a certification as an apprentice, a certification in maritime studies, and they can earn an associate's degree in maritime studies.
Wow.
And so now they're leaving with 3 credentials, and before in the past, they were only leaving with 1.
Congrats. Congrats to you. And just gratitude, really, for what you've done for the region. You touched on an important industry, the maritime space. Speak just a little bit on what is happening in Maritime, in Hampton Roads. I believe it is changing this region just altogether, right, for the good. So what's happening there? And then how are you helping to prepare workforce for those opportunities?
So the maritime industry, of course, is the bread and butter of this, not only community, but I think the state.
Sure.
Because of the number of people that it employs. So it's amazing. But I was at the nail salon this past weekend, and there was a young lady that was sitting there who her mom was sitting next to me, and she said that this was my problem child. But now she is actually in the shipyard. She's been there for 3 months. And she said it has changed. She's a single mom, and it has changed her life forever.
Wow.
And she said, I wish she would have done this earlier. So I get a chance and an opportunity to see the impact that Maritime makes, especially with single moms. Not only with single moms, but with just, Black people in general. It helps us as well. And so to be able to run the apprentice school, and when you think nationally, how many Blacks are in apprenticeships, it's about 6-7%. Whereas the apprentice school, we're about 40% minority. And I when I speak at conferences, I love to tell people, if you're looking for a husband, follow me to the apprentice school. So the impact that it is making on the lives of families, I get a chance to see so many families walk out of poverty into middle-class jobs because of the maritime industry. And it happens overnight.
Help me to understand, when we think maritime industry, what all kind of falls under that banner? That's a big banner, right?
That is a great question, right? So,
and I'm gonna take some notes on this one.
Yeah. So
maybe we should ask, what is not in the maritime industry, right?
So let's think bigger. It's bigger than what you think, right? A lot of times people think, oh, it's just construction jobs, and it is, because we build ships. So yeah, it is construction.
So ship building, ship repair.
But guess
sure.
what? Around that, I want to go beyond that, right?
Okay.
It takes engineers to design the ships. So you need engineers in this space.
Got it.
You have to hire people. You need human resources.
HR.
In this space.
Yep.
Guess what? You have to communicate to people. You need communication majors in this space.
So it's all the things.
Guess what? You have to give physicals.
Wow.
Right?
So you got the medical
So
piece.
you have to have the medical piece
you got IT.
in place. Every aspect of a community that you would have in an infrastructure in a city exists in Maritime. There's a space for any and everybody.
So would there be additional credentialing or certification that's necessary for those sort of ancillary services to Maritime?
Absolutely.
Or is it just more about, what is it called that I've got to get through the government that says that I can do? Is it about clearance at that
clearance?
point?
No clearance. Yeah. We just need expertise.
Okay.
Whenever you go to college and you earn your degree, we need that expertise. And I suggest for students to intern in the maritime field, because if you intern, that will give you an opportunity to see, oh, okay, I think it's a good fit for me to be here, and I can actually move in this space.
Give me an idea, if you will, Dr. McCane, how many jobs currently exist in Maritime? And I expect that number is growing as well. But what would you say just for right now? Any idea?
Right now, I think that...
We're talking about dozens of jobs, hundreds of jobs, thousands of jobs?
We have to hire thousands of people, in the maritime space.
Wow. At any point in time?
At any point in time.
Huge opportunity.
A huge opportunity. And I'm not just talking about Newport News shipbuilding. I'm talking about
writ large.
In the space at all.
Yeah. Got it. Yes. So, all right. Now let's drill down and talk about the apprentice school. what types of programs are you offering? How do people get engaged? I know that this is a thing our community is always looking to. Like, I want to get into the shipyard. I want to get into the apprentice school. Talk about the program itself and how it works.
Well, so it's very competitive, and we get about 3,000 applications for 250 slots.
Really? Is that annually?
Annually.
Wow.
That's how competitive it is.
You're listening to the Black Wall Street Today with Blair Durham podcast. I'm the producer, Seiko Varner from Positive Vibes. So we would love for you to do a few things. Like this episode. You're going to like it anyway. Share this episode. It's worth sharing. And tell other people about the podcast. Sharing is caring. Let's all get wealthy.
And because we realized that the maritime industry, going back to all those levels, we have 19 trades. We have 8 programs that are what we call salary programs that get you ready for HR, get you ready for nuclear test technicians, get you ready for those jobs. And then we also have an 8-year apprenticeship that will actually prepare you to be an engineer.
Wow.
So
8 years.
8 years.
Incredible.
In partnership with Old Dominion University. So we realized that the apprentice school, we try to meet the needs of everything that's within Newport News Shipbuilding, above and beyond building the ship. Everything is centered around building the ship. And what does it take to do that? We make sure that we're providing that.
So is it also true that if I'm accepted into the apprentice school, I am now an employee of Newport News Shipbuilding?
You are an employee, and you will, once you graduate from the apprentice school, there is no service agreement. So if you decide, I got the education, don't want to stay, I want to go, you can go. There is no service agreement in the apprentice school. We have 7 athletic programs. A lot of times people don't know that I have a football team. And they're like, a football team? Yes. We have 7 athletic programs, and it is the driver for a lot of diversity within our school. We bring students from 19 states into Hampton Roads, so we're moving people into Hampton Roads because of the apprentice school.
If you've just tuned in, this is Blair Durham with Black Wall Street Today. I am talking with the incomparable Dr. Latitia McCane about all things workforce development, economic development, vis-a-vis the apprentice school and the Newport News Shipbuilding. So wait a minute, 7 athletic programs, a football team? Are you kidding?
Yes.
Wow.
And we win national championships. I just want to throw that out.
We're not just playing football.
No, we're not.
We are also...
We want to win.
I love that. And was this also your innovation that you've kind of brought to the school, or is this something that existed before you?
It's been around for 100 years.
Athletics,
the same amount of time the school has been in existence, so has athletics.
So I often say that this region does not do a fantastic job at telling its story, right? We're not known for anything in particular. It's not because we don't have tons of great things going on. It's because we're not telling that story.
Right.
That's incredible. I remember the first time I heard you say that, my jaw dropped. I'm born and raised in Hampton Roads and had no idea that we had that level of athletics happening here. So again, kudos. Kudos on the work.
Well, I must say, we've won more championships under my leadership than...
That's important.
So that's important to say.
Might have to do with your recruitment. Who knows?
Who knows?
So what is the rate? Because I hear maritime, but I also hear STEM, right? What's the rate at which we are participating in these kinds of programs? I heard you mention the number 40%. That's incredible. I assume that's up from wherever it was when you started. Yeah?
Yep. So I think that when it comes to STEM, the apprentice school, we're looking for individuals with a strong math and science background.
Okay. So
but I must say something, Blair. The pandemic has really hurt a lot of students' preparation in math and science.
Sure.
And so we realized that at the apprentice school. So we stood up some youth apprenticeship programs in the region.
Okay.
And we did it on a virtual platform where it doesn't matter where you are. students can learn about the apprentice school, get leadership development training, exposure to our 19 trades, and we do this on a weekly basis. And then we bring them to the school once a month, and we have augmented and virtual reality training equipment around our 19 trades, and we give them exposure where they can get an understanding, if I like this or not. And during the pandemic, we did virtual training where we would actually do demonstrations for high schools so students can have access to technical training. So not only are we thinking about who's in the school, we're thinking about who's on the way, the pipeline, because that's very important. And getting into communities that really need it the most is where we are. And so, and we've actually, we call it youth builders. We've taken youth builders now to Apprentice X, in which we're doing dual enrollment.
Apprentice X, let's go.
Dual enrollment, where students are actually earning our college credit. Since we are now a degree granting institution, they can earn that college credit while they're in high school.
Love it. What's the best part of your job, Dr. McCane?
Oh my gosh.
What gets you excited in the morning when you wake up?
What gets me excited is to know that we have changed the trajectory of families forever, their lives forever.
Yeah, you are narrowing the racial wealth gap.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Incredible.
And to be able to tell stories, and I'm just going to tell one story. I have so many stories.
You told us one about the lady in the nail shop, which is awesome.
Yeah, but I have to tell you this story.
Okay.
There was a young man that came to our school from Georgia.
Okay.
18 years old. He moved his brother with him because of the family situation. And he finished the apprentice school, and now he's sending his brother to college.
Wow.
He raised his brother. He moved his brother, who was in elementary school. And you can imagine the rigor of the apprentice school, being in the shipyard, but then parenting his younger brother to ensure that he would have a better life too. That is what I see every day. That is what I live every day. And that is what gets me up every day and excited about my job.
Amazing. Thank you for your work. Hey, thank you for being in this region, because you could have been in Alabama.
Yeah.
But you came to Hampton Roads and are making some incredible deposits here. I appreciate that. Talk about what's next for you. What's on the horizon?
So, two things. I have a book that's coming out this year. And
nice.
So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
And then, of course, something that's around the book, I just stood up Dentist Workforce Solutions, because not only are we taking apprenticeships, and I've been a part of this grant that's really taking the apprenticeship outside of manufacturing and actually working with some HBCUs and helping them to stand up apprenticeships around teacher apprenticeships.
So you're doing some consulting to a degree, or is it more of a partnership?
Not any. It would eventually be consulting.
Okay.
But I'm always consulting.
Yes.
I'm always consulting. But yes, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yes.
So the entrepreneur within.
Always been an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
First.
I believe it's necessary.
Absolutely.
A lot of folks say, I just want to be an entrepreneur. Okay. You can remain in your job, do a great thing there that you own, that you love, entrepreneurship, right? And then also build that company, because I believe that's where our wealth building comes in.
Absolutely. That's
where we fortify for our families, is when we start to build as entrepreneurs. So I'm excited for the book. You want to highlight anything about it now, or how what's your thought?
Well, absolutely.
I'm a writer as well, so
yes,
I'd love to hear it.
Absolutely. So just going back to my journey, when I walk into the restroom now, my daughter's generation is in the workplace. And I'm like, Gen Zs are here. And I'm like, I just would not have imagined that my babies would now be in the workplace.
Incredible.
And so it's like, and I get a chance to mentor so many so many people. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's male, female. I get a chance to mentor a lot. And I'm like, as an African-American woman who stepped into a PWI community college in the 80s, early 90s, I was like, and to be able to be promoted in that system and to move up in a system in Alabama.
You have a story to tell.
I have a story to tell. But also, how do I make sure that other Black women go further and faster? They need the tools to be able to do that. I have given them to my daughters. So let me take the things that I've given and deposited in my daughter to ensure that every daughter will have the tools necessary to go after their dream. And so that's what this book is all about.
Can you give us the top three? Top three, must develop tools for success as a Black female leader. What would you say?
Well, Black female leader. Number one is...
Can I nuance it that way?
Yes, because I'm about to dive right in, right? First of all, I deal with your foundation, your education, your relationships, because those are very, very important. Number two, your continuous improvement, your professional development. And then I deal with what the pitfalls are. But number three, I would say your confidence. You have to be confident that you belong in a space, and you have to own that space.
Confidence, man.
Yes.
Whew. It's difficult to get it, but once you get it, you got it.
And the book will help you to walk through
that confidence.
Yes. And not only that, it's also going to show you, because we were told, I know that I was told, you have to choose a career or family. The book shows you that you can do both. And then what makes it so incredible is that I interviewed 5 other successful Black women who are at the C-suite level as well.
Awesome.
And their amazing daughters, to show how Black women, we're in the C-suite. We have daughters that we have mentored. But every daughter needs to know what those tools are. We're not just looking out for our daughters, but we're looking out for all daughters. So you get an opportunity to hear from those 5 women and their amazing daughters. And I took women from all over the country. I took one from the North, South, East, West, Midwest, to just see what the different perspectives were. And it's amazing. I can say, not giving too much away from the book.
Yeah.
But because you got to buy the book. I want the book in every HBCU, I think. It's like, but the stories are so much similar, the same. It all started with education as the foundation, and it built from there. And so I'm excited to be able to launch the book, and I've been working on it for 2 years.
Nice. Hey, for those just joining, Blair Durham here with Black Wall Street Today, talking with Dr. Latitia McCane. We're now talking really more personal development, professional development as she prepares to release her first book. So excited.
Yes.
So what was that aha moment for you, though? When did that light kind of turn on for you in terms of your own confidence, right? Did you go through a period where the imposter was there and it's like, I'm spazzing? Or is it something you walked in since you were a child? Because I find that, some folks are different. I think about my little people. They seem to, I don't know where they got it, but they got a little confidence to them, from time to time.
Well, look at their mom.
I don't know.
That's where they got that confidence from. Their dad. That's where they got the confidence from.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
But what was did it happen in your career or earlier, or what was that?
So I have to go back to your little people. It happened when I was little, as a child. And I tell people all the time, I didn't know I was short. Nobody ever told me I was short. I didn't know I was short because I was one of the best athletes on the court.
Really?
But I must say that it comes from 4 places. And really quickly, number one, my mom was a school teacher. So I always dwelt in educational spaces. She was one of 14 children. 10 are college graduates. And so I got a chance to see them grow and earn their college degrees. And I grew up on college campuses because that's just That's my background. I was the oldest grandchild in the setting, so I got a chance to see everybody's life develop. My father worked in chemical manufacturing.
Okay.
And as a child, he took me to the chemical plants, and so that's what sparked that interest of wanting to be a chemist. My granddaddy was an entrepreneur. And so I got a chance to work in his business, help him out in his business, and grow as a child. Even as a child, he had a drink machine in his barbershop, and I had to go count the money. I had to do all sorts of things. And then my grandmother is civic-minded, community-minded. And I, being the oldest grandchild, I had to be in all four of their worlds. I grew up in their worlds. And that is the world that shaped me, and the community around me rallied to support me in any and everything that I endeavored to do. I had a community of people that helped me as well. So that's where the confidence came from. And it has always helped me to say I can walk in any space and I can command the attention in that space, and I can be successful in that space.
You mentioned sports.
Yeah.
What is the role of sports on our development?
I think that's a great question. For me, it's leadership skills.
Leadership skills, yeah.
It's not only that, but communication.
People skills.
All of those employability skills that's outside of your degree, that is what happens when you team building. Being able to be a part of a team and have goals that's bigger than yourself. Being able to share. Have common interest. All of those things are built in being a part of a sports and athletics team.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you're a parent, you're thinking about those little people, now might be a good time to get them engaged in something athletic, help them to start to build skills in a way that they will enjoy it, right? They may not want to sit in a classroom and learn how to be a leader. What about there on the court? They'll skin their knees, but they'll be all right.
They'll be all right. They won't know what's happening until years later and be like, oh, okay, that's what that meant.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Anything else you want to share, particularly for a woman who might be considering entering a male-dominated space? Somebody who says, you know what, I want to do something that's not really traditional for my family, right? What words of insight would you give to that woman?
And I could tell anyone, I was always driven by the money. Okay. When you look in that space, that's where
there's money to be made.
There's money to be made, right? Okay. But there are so many programs now for women, and I would say get into some of the programs that are for women to give them the wraparound services and support that they need to be successful. Your workforce development councils are great spaces to be able to find out what those things are.
Yeah.
Your local community colleges are good places to find out what they are. And I would say get in those spaces early on. And if you have, and you got to get my book. I talk about the things you need to do in elementary, middle school, high school, going forward to actually prepare individuals to be able to be confident in a male-dominant place.
Book. I love this.
Yes, it's going to deal with from birth to now. It's going to give you all the tools necessary to do that, because we don't know. Immediately when we think about development, leadership development, we jump in, post everything. It's always post-college. But you got to go back. If you're going to build...
It starts much earlier.
It starts much earlier.
I'll actually plug Women Who Lead here as well. We are in info session season. We're going to have our last info session this week on July 11th at the campus of Norfolk State University. You can get more information by visiting nsu.edu/Women Who Lead. You can register to attend that last info session. We'd love to help you with your personal development, your leadership development. We'd love to expose you to some of the opportunities happening here in Hampton Roads. So, awesome. We've got just a minute remaining. I definitely want to end with you. How can you be contacted You willing to share that information?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I'm on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
You can find me on LinkedIn. Of course, I am at the Apprentice School. You can find me there as well. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Sweet. I got to thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're fantastic. Thank you for being willing to join. Thanks again for your contributions in this region. They mean a whole lot to us. I don't know how often you hear it, but you're killing it. You're killing it, lady.
Thank you so much.
Doing great work for a great cause. And thank you so much for tuning in to Black Wall Street today. I hope you've enjoyed this show. You know, we're building minds here, we're building connections, and we're forging the path ahead toward business success in the Black community. We'll talk next week. Phenomenal. Stay with us online at Black Wall Street Today on Facebook and Black Wall Street Today on Instagram. And then follow us on Twitter as well at BWS Today. We look forward to talking again next week. Have a wonderful week. I have said and I will continue to say that the most important priority for the Black community is the Black community, not a particular political party. Phenomenal.
Hey, yo, when I say Black, you say Wall Street. Black Wall Street. When I say Black, you say Wall